Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Real Deal podcast. Today we have a special guest,
I'm special.
which is Carter.
I'm Carter.
Tell a little bit about yourself. What's your
Um,
history with the Real Deal?
I was on the show last year, and I am not right now for specific reasons. But I will be coming back. But I had a segment on the show where I would review albums. I plan to do the same thing when I come back.
Yes.
And I already forgot that we had these.
Yeah, we have markers because we have these coloring sheets of Carter on a trip. Was this over the summer?
It was.
Tell me about this trip.
In July, I have these friends on Discord who I've been friends with for like 5 years, and we've always talked about meeting up. And we did in Virginia. These are the mountains of Virginia. It's
Beautiful.
Yeah, it really comes out well in this depiction.
No, but we're gonna make it beautiful. So did you just like meet them over Discord? Like, did you meet each other through a common interest, or what was it?
Oh, the first couple of them, it was like certain video games that we both liked, and then I was introduced to the rest of them through that.
And do you think you'll meet up again?
Oh yeah, we've already talked about it.
That's good.
I think ideally we go to Canada next year.
That's cool.
One of them is from Canada. Yeah.
That is cool. Do you like?
Hold on, I need to draw in that line that you forgot to do.
Yeah, I did forget a line. So
nervous
what
laughter.
was it like? Was it weird meeting people that you've only known online? Like, was it awkward at first?
It was so surreal.
Yeah, because I feel like I would be awkward because like you talk to them online, but like it's different than how you actually are. You know?
I don't know about like weird, but surreal definitely. Like when I touch down at the airport and they come in to greet me, and it's like whoa, you're real.
I had like internet friends during COVID because I like was super obsessed with Harry Potter at the time, which I still love Harry Potter, but I read it when I was like little, and then I reread it during COVID, and I got really obsessed with like there's this fan fiction, but it's not like an actual like.
No, I kind of know what you're saying.
It's like
it's a fan fiction, but not like in a weird way.
It's more than that.
Yeah, not in a weird way.
Yeah, not in a weird way. It's like literally.
Don't worry, I get it.
Yes, it's 500,000 words. So like people have printed it out and like bound it into books, and it's like the equivalent of 3 books. So it's like a regular series, and like a lot of people were obsessed with it. But anyway,
it's like a normal thing, Dad.
Yeah, don't judge me. But I was like super obsessed with that, and so I had like a TikTok account for it. And I had 16,000 followers, and
like dedicated to a Harry Potter.
Yeah, and it was nothing weird.
Like, I love something that niche can like garner such a following.
And sometimes like my someone I know in my sorority, we were talking about Harry Potter the other day, and like I brought this up to her, and she was like, "No way, I've read the same thing." And so I feel like this is like a lot of people read it. There's like a whole like fandom surrounding it, but I think people just don't want to admit it because like you have to explain that it's
because it's a fan fiction.
But it's more than that.
Have you heard of like those fun facts about like certain fan fiction for other franchises being like the longest pieces of literature in all of the English language?
What?
Like they're at one point the longest piece of literature in all of the English language was like a Super Smash Bros. Fan fiction that had like 2 million words or something.
That's crazy. I just think it's crazy how like the people reading a piece of media can take something and just make it so much better. And like people don't like J.K. Rowling like for obvious. I mean, I don't know if it's obvious reasons, but like pretty
obvious for most people.
Yeah. But like the fandom of the fan fiction that was written about that is just like completely not like that, and everyone like loves it, and like I don't know, it's crazy how a fan fiction can be like so much like so real, I guess, and like better than the real thing. Like I tell people that I'm a Harry Potter fan, but like I'm mostly just a fan of like this specific.
Yeah,
like,
not
story.
even like the real Harry Potter.
Yeah, no. But like I'm not gonna explain that to every single person. I mean, what were your favorite things to do during COVID? Like how did you get through it?
Besides from the obvious answer,
like video games.
Music.
Oh, yes.
I mean, but that is really the main answer. That and I mean, I guess video games, yeah, like playing them online with
Yeah,
other
like with
people.
friends.
Yeah, that's because I've kind of grown out of the part of my life where I like just staying in my room and playing them by myself. Like
That's good, probably.
I can only really have fun if it's like with other people.
Yeah, I think that's more mature.
I think that's more mature.
Have you always like loved music so much, or was there a specific moment that like showed you that?
I mean, I think I've always loved it. I've always loved like the radio being on in the car, and my mom would always just have on like the generic like pop radio for just playing whatever was popular. But even then, that means I got to grow up thinking like, oh snap, Firework by Katy Perry's on. It's time to boogie, And but now it's more like not so much Katy Perry, especially not in 2024. But
What? Why? Do you have like a favorite song?
a favorite song?
Yeah, because I feel like most people who are like super into music don't have a favorite song.
Yeah, that is true. I feel like a lot of people who I ask just say like, "Oh, there's so many."
Yeah,
and it's
there's
like that's
too
that's
many.
that's such a
But
boring
if you
answer.
had to choose
Yeah, if
one,
you
what
had
would it be?
gun to your head,
Yeah,
if you had
please. That's what
It's
I like to ask people, like, if you could describe this in one word, what would you say? Or like, if you could like give this person one superpower, and when people just say like, I don't know, it's like you can't say anything. Like you could like just lie, like it, you know, or just explain. Like I don't know. Like I understand, obviously you can have multiple favorite songs, but you can tell me one.
I think. Oh, I mean. Sorry, I started laughing because I was trying to think of my favorite song, and I legitimately almost just said, "Wow, there's so many." But there's a bluegrass song from 2015 by a band called Punch Brothers called "Familiarity." That's my favorite song. It has been for a while. It was a band that my dad introduced me to back when that album came out. And the song is like 11 minutes.
What makes it like special?
I think like the ties to it reminds me of my family.
Yeah.
But also like just the typical things that I like about good music, good lyricism and good musicianship.
Yeah. I do also feel like I have a lot of favorite songs, but like the ones that I think of are the ones that I have like emotional connections to, or like take me back to
100%. I have like hundreds of favorite songs, but the ones that really stick are like the ones that you associate with a really fun trip, or like or like maybe the opposite, like just a really bad night in your room looking at the ceiling.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's what I like. I don't know. I always say that my favorite song is. Have you heard of Ricky Montgomery?
Yes.
Okay. My favorite song of his is "Line Without a Hook," because I think I learned, like, I heard it for the first time during COVID. I don't really know, but I always say that that's my favorite song because it's just like it's been my number one song on Spotify for like 4 years, and I don't
Number
think
one, like your most listened to.
Yeah. Like I don't think it was this past year, but every year before that it was, and I don't know why I just like loved it so much, but like it just like I love the way he sings, and like I love being able to sing to a song, and I feel like he can really sing to that one and like give emotion and stuff. So like that has made it easy for me to say I have a favorite song. But then I went to one of his concerts recently, like over fall break, and I like heard one of his other songs that I forgot about from his new album, and I was like, I like that song better than all of the other ones. But when I was thinking about like what I was excited about for the concert, I was just thinking about "Line Without a Hook" because like that's been my favorite for so long. I didn't even remember the one that like I actually really like the way it sounds.
Yeah, I love to sort of rediscover like songs that you overlooked in like an artist's catalog.
Yeah.
Like my favorite artist of all time is a rapper named Blade from Sweden. He just had a feature on Charlie's
Yes, I saw you post about that. I haven't heard it though.
And I like whenever she would tweet or something, I would always reply with like, "You need to make a song with Blade again."
So
And
they made one before?
they did, but it was Blade with a Charlie feature.
Oh.
So it's much less known.
Yes, it's
And
different.
And I think he had one of the better features on that whole remix
Yeah.
album. Not biased or anything, but
No, no.
we
So yeah, did it live up to your expectations?
absolutely. I think like especially this year he's had like a sort of like signature sort of deadpan delivery that like uh coincides well with his album release this year, and that also leads back to like songs that like I listen to the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like like probably the top 5 most listened to songs for me this year are all from that album.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
But they're not like my favorite songs. But that what you were talking about leads me to something I wanted to ask you.
Mhm.
Like, what are your favorite musicians or songs? Because I don't really feel like I have an understanding of your taste. I remember you talked about there was one band that you talked about one time on the show, and for some
Greta
reason
Van Fleet.
it was Greta Van Fleet. I wanted to say My Morning Jacket for some reason.
I've not even heard of that. But this is like a hard question for me because I don't really have a lot of artists that I like a lot of their stuff. Like I think Ricky Montgomery is one and
Mhm.
Greta Van Fleet is another, and I feel like I only like that one so much because I was going to a concert with a friend, so I got really into their music. But I don't even make playlists because
Yeah.
that I don't know, it stresses me out, and
It stresses me
having
out.
to switch playlists if I had a different thing I don't know. I just have never done that, and I never want to either. And so I only use my liked songs. And so when I find new songs somehow, I don't really know how, and then I just listen to the same 5 songs for a few weeks, and then I switch after I get tired of it. But I think one thing that I've realized lately is that I do really like to sing to the songs.
Yeah, I do too. Like, it just kind of I don't know if there's a good explanation for it.
Yeah.
It's just a fun thing to do.
So I think I end up liking songs more if they're more in my range, and it's not like I'm an amazing singer or something.
Yeah, I know what
just,
you're saying though.
It just is different when I know the lyrics and I can put my feeling into it.
Yeah, and if they're hitting super high or super low notes,
Yeah.
it's slow
Okay, I
slow
can't
down
do
there,
that.
Buster.
Yeah,
I can't.
seriously. But I also think that I like.
But if it's a mid singer Frank Ocean or Celine Dion or something, I can keep up pretty
Yes, obviously. That's more my speed. But I think I really like songs that kind of sound like they're in a musical because of that. They're more fun to sing. And so, because of that reason, I have a lot of songs on my playlist that are, from musicals, but, I don't listen to that musical. But I will know, all of the words to this one specific song.
Yeah.
Were you a Hamilton fan?
Not particularly, but I recognize the artistry.
Yes.
I'll put it that
Well,
way.
I wasn't a Hamilton fan either, but mostly because all my friends were, and I didn't I wanted to be different, so I did not like Hamilton. That is how a lot of my childhood went. I feel all my friends liked something, and I was I'm not doing that. I don't want to be like everyone else. But
I'm just making
anyway.
sure I'm not like y'all.
Yeah, I'm not like other girls. So
Yeah.
But there's one song on it. It's You'll Be Back, and it's the king singing to the colony. I don't even know. I guess I should know because it's just American history and not the musical isn't original. But anyway, I know all of the words to that song, and I can sing it. I love it so much. And same thing, there's one song from Beetlejuice that I know all the words to, and I don't even know what that's about at all. I've never seen it at all.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I just love.
I don't really listen to musicals, or at least but I do feel that with movie soundtracks in general. I'll listen. There are songs from movies or shows that I'll listen to, but I have never consumed that media before.
Do you have you ever has there ever been a show that you've loved the theme song so much that you put it on your playlist or something? Or no?
Okay, well, not really, but the best answer I can come up with for that is, or the best comparison is I think a lot of SpongeBob music has real merit, Rosemary. I think it has some
I
real
cannot
merit
name
to it.
one SpongeBob
It,
song.
not just the theme song. The theme song is okay, but
Oh,
like
right.
if we're talking like Goofy Goober Rock, like
I forgot about that.
bro, it like actually goes so
is that
hard.
the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know why that movie affected me so much, but I think like the ending of it where they're all like shriveled up, I was like freaking out. Like I was getting like
Dude,
existential.
Well, we just got a hand raised at us.
What? Oh, 5 minutes. I need to stop acknowledging that they told me that, like because it's supposed to be like not.
Dude, it's don't worry about
It's
it.
okay. It really doesn't matter. My
but-
mom won't care, and that's our main audience, so it's fine.
Hey, don't say that. I think the show will become something big. I think it'll be like a cultural powerhouse.
Oh,
the
yeah.
show will be
it's
like
on the up.
this show will be like the Rihanna of talk shows.
The SpongeBob of TV shows.
It'll be like the Goofy Goober Rock
Yeah.
of Ball State clubs.
I need a theme song. Sorry, what were you saying though? About SpongeBob?
Dude, I was just saying that I like the music. But
Okay.
you brought up a good point about that scene where they're shriveling up.
Yes,
Dude, that is moving.
it is.
Dude.
Like I probably cried.
I think, dude, I don't know, man.
They like
just
really
like-
affected me.
Yeah, it's a heavy
And
stuff.
there were a lot of movies I think from my childhood that are like supposed to be just fun movies, and it like shattered me. I don't even know why. And like I have an issue with claymation. I don't know why it
Are you
freaks
scared
me
of it?
out. I don't think
I was so freaked out by
Okay,
claymation as a kid.
yes.
I could not watch Wallace and Gromit.
Yes. Yes. That is like so
Curse of the Were Rabbit, dude.
like it's freaky. I don't
Dude.
like it. Like it doesn't scare me. Like it's like, but it just feels like I'm in a fever dream. Like it's so creepy. Like Isle of the Dogs. Have you seen that?
Oh, Isle of Dogs. I do actually like that movie. I like Wes
I'm
Anderson.
sure I would like it if it wasn't claymation, but I can't.
I've kind of grown out of the being scared of it. Not, I don't know if saying grown out of is a great thing
Yeah.
to say, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
But yeah, I know what you mean. I like as a kid, like on Halloween, they would play like movies in the classrooms, and they played Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit, and I was like, can I go? Can I leave? And they're like, yeah, go watch Paranorman in the other classroom.
You're like watching a full-on horror movie while they're watching a cartoon, like because you're too scared of it. Yeah. I understand the artistry and I respect it, but I just can't do it. And like,
I just can't. I just can't handle Wallace and
I
Gromit.
can't. It's too much. Is Coraline claymation?
It's like stop motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of similar.
It's adjacent.
Okay. Well, that freaked me out too. And
That
I'm,
movie's
like,
amazing.
I know it is, and I'm not like I wasn't actually scared of Coraline itself, but the animation I couldn't do. Like I really don't. I don't know why, but it was just too much, and it makes me feel like it takes me back to when I was little and I was having like a fever dream, and like I would look at my hands and they were like. It was a really weird feeling. Everything looked like really small, and I felt like it was like I was dissociating, or I don't even know. But it was like only when I had a fever, and that is what claymation feels like to me.
That is a good way to describe Coraline in specific, I think. Maybe not Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, I don't really remember that because also I have an issue. It's not really an issue, but it kind of is. Where when I go see a movie in theaters, I just fall asleep. Like I cannot stay awake in theaters. Like I always fall asleep no matter how excited I am about the movie. And it's horrible. But honestly, it's kind of fun because the beginning of movies are always like not interesting. So then I fall asleep, and then when I wake up, it's like a fun little game to like figure out what is going on in the movie. Like what the plot is,
Use your
know?
context clues.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I made a lot of progress.
I know. That's the thing is I never finish it, but that's okay. You can just take it home and focus on, or like use it to relax. You know.
I'll work on this during my break tomorrow at work.
You
Yeah.
should. Wait, where do you work? McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So now we show them to the camera.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much. And get hyped for when Carter comes back to the real deal because it's just not the same.
January should be.
Woo. Okay. Bye.
Woo!
Woo.